Antoine Semenyo, one of the most explosive, versatile forwards in the Premier League. And as January approaches, he has become the centre of the first true transfer battle of the year. A £65 million release clause, a 10-day activation window, 4 elite clubs preparing to move the moment the window opens on the 1st of January. Liverpool want him, Manchester City are watching him, Tottenham are monitoring him. But the club pushing hardest behind the scenes is Manchester United, because Ruben Amorim is a huge admirer of his profile. And the reason this race is moving so fast is simple. Semenyo can play in multiple positions. He can operate on either wing. He can play as a 9, and he has even covered both wing-back roles. That kind of versatility is rare. And when a clause only lasts 10 days, clubs sprint. They don't negotiate. And this is a race Manchester United just cannot afford to lose. If you enjoy deep dive breakdowns that cut through the noise and pack real detail, feel free to tap like. It helps more United fans find the video. So who is Antoine Semenyo? Why does Ruben Amorim rate him so highly? And why has he become the most in-demand forward heading into January? Let's break it down. Antoine Semenyo was born on January 7th, year 2000, in London, but his football roots run through Ghana, where his father Larry played professionally. His rise into elite football was anything but smooth. Rejected by Arsenal, Tottenham, Millwall and Crystal Palace as a teenager, he was close to giving up on football, before coach Dave Hockaday convinced him to join South Gloucestershire and Stroud College, the decision that changed everything. In 2017, he entered the Bristol City Academy, and by 2018, he had his first professional contract. Loan spells at Bath City, Newport County, and Sunderland toughened him up, but his real breakthrough came when he returned to Bristol City, becoming a starter and winning Young Player of the Year in the 21-22 season. Then came the Premier League jump. In January 2023, Bournemouth paid around £10 million for Semenyo. Since then, he has turned into one of the league's most explosive, two-footed, and one of the most versatile forwards. He is now a Ghana international, a Premier League standout, and a player with a £65 million release clause that activates in the first days of January. That is why Liverpool, City, Spurs, and Manchester United are all circling. Semenyo is not just another winger on a hot run. He has one of the most complete physical profiles in the Premier League. Two-footed, fast, explosive, built for high pressing, and able to score with both feet, carry like a winger, press like a midfielder, and defend like a wing-back. Last season, he ranked in the 95th percentile for shots, 97th for blocks, 92nd for aerial duels, 80th for take-ons, and 71st for progressive carries among Premier League forwards. That block rate is elite pressing intelligence, the kind only forwards with timing, lane reading, and anticipation can produce. Those numbers are not squad player numbers. They belong to a system-breaking attacker who can punish teams in transition and defend from the front. This season, he already has 6 goals, 3 assists, and 0.82 goal contributions per 90, which is elite output for a Bournemouth attacker. Combine that with his work rate, pressing triggers, and the ability to play across the entire front 3, or even as a wing-back, and the transfer frenzy makes sense. Liverpool see him as long-term depth on the right. City view him as a multi-role rotation piece alongside Doku. Spurs like his directness and goals. And Manchester United see something even bigger, a player built for more than 3 different roles in Ruben Amorim's system. The Antoine Semenyo race is nothing like a normal transfer chase. This is not a negotiation. It is a 10-day sprint that begins the moment the January window opens. Bournemouth inserted the £65 million clause for a single purpose: to force elite clubs to move instantly while giving themselves enough time to replace him. And that is exactly why the chase is exploding. Ruben Amorim is a huge admirer. He values Semenyo's power, his pressing intelligence, and his rare ability to play multiple roles. And with Xerxes unsettled, with Brian Mbeumo carrying huge minutes, and with United still lacking a true chaos runner, Semenyo solves multiple problems immediately. The risk for United is simple. If they wait, they lose. This is why Semenyo's name keeps resurfacing inside Manchester United's recruitment meetings. Not because he is a luxury signing, but because he solves structural issues in Ruben Amorim's system. And contrary to what many assume, Semenyo is not a three-position forward. He covers 5 roles United desperately need. 1. The twin 10 roles. When Bryan Mbeumo or Matheus Cunha miss games, United lose ball-carrying threat, vertical pressure and chaos between the lines. Semenyo fixes all of that. He can play as right 10 or left 10, drive at defenders, stretch back lines, and force teams backwards. And with United likely returning to Europe next season, this role is no longer optional depth. It's structural. Semenyo becomes a necessity, not a luxury. 2. Both wing-back roles. Ruben Amorim's entire system depends on wing-backs who can press, overlap, defend transitions, and run non-stop. Semenyo already does that at Bournemouth. Right wing-back? He fits. Left wing-back? He fits. Very few attackers in the league have the engine to cover both sides. Semenyo does. This is part of what makes him so valuable. 3. Backup striker. This role is overlooked. Semenyo has said publicly he dreams of becoming a number 9, and the traits are already visible. Power, pace, direct running, two-footed finishing, high shot volume. As a rotational striker behind Benjamin Šeško or Matheus Cunha, he gives United a threat they currently lack, a forward who scares centre-backs with pure physicality. Strengths. 1. Explosive pace and power. One of the most physically dominant wide attackers in the league, can turn defence into immediate counter-attacks. 2. Two-footed finishing. Scores with both feet, making him unpredictable and perfect for inverted roles. 3. Pressing monster. 97th percentile for blocks last season. Not just effort, but anticipation, timing and lane reading. This is elite pressing. Exactly what Ruben Amorim demands. 4. Versatility across 5 roles. He can play right 10, left 10, both wingbacks and striker. Few Premier League forwards can switch roles without dropping performance. 5. Carrying and one-on-one threat. 80th percentile for take-ons, 71st for progressive carries. Beats players wide or slices through central channels. 6. Defensive work rate. Tracks back, presses hard, wins duels, and restores structure. Managers love players like this. Weaknesses. 1. Inconsistent end product. High shot volume, but decision-making still needs refinement. 2. Passing reliability. Capable creator, but pass security drops against compact defenses. 3. Less effective versus low blocks. Thrives in transition. Less decisive when forced into tight spaces. 4. Hot and cold form. Has explosive runs followed by quiet periods. Consistency is the next step. 5. Tactical discipline. Switching positions so often means he occasionally drifts from structure. Ruben Amorim will need to refine his timing. Bottom line. Semenyo is not perfect, but he brings 2 things Manchester United desperately lack. Power and vertical threat in the twin 10 roles. Elite defensive output and pressing from the front. He is a hybrid attacker wing-back tailor-made for Ruben Amorim's system. Here is where everything explodes. The Antoine Semenyo race officially begins in the first 10 to 14 days of January, when his £65 million release clause becomes active. Not before, not after. Just that short window, and that's why 4 clubs are already circling. And here is the truth United fans won't enjoy. If Semenyo joins Liverpool or City, he becomes a starter-level piece of their long-term plan. If he joins United, he becomes a system-changing player in the exact positions Ruben Amorim is rebuilding. Lose this race, and United spend the next 3 windows trying to replace 5 roles with 3 different signings. Why Bournemouth designed a 10-day clause. Bournemouth built the 10-day clause to control January. For the first days of the window, Semenyo can leave for £65 million, giving Bournemouth money and time to replace him. Miss that window, and the clause returns in the summer at £50 million with another activation period. January becomes a sprint, not a negotiation, and interested clubs must move fast or lose him. So, where does all this leave Manchester United? Liverpool are pushing hard, City are monitoring, Spurs are lurking, Bournemouth expect a bidding storm, and United sit in a complicated position. Ruben Amorim wants Semenyo, the player wants the move. But last summer United offered personal terms far lower than what they later gave Bryan Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha. This time, the offer has to be competitive. There is no time to waste. The truth about this transfer: Antoine Semenyo is not just another winger having a purple patch. He is a rare five-role attacker who fits the exact intensity, versatility, and vertical power Ruben Amorim builds his system around. Liverpool, City, and Spurs are in this race. For Manchester United, this is the type of transfer that shapes a squad for years. So now only one question remains, and United fans have to answer it. Is Semenyo worth 65 million? How much would you pay? And should United push now, or save that money for the central midfield rebuild? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want to see the next target on Manchester United's radar, the video on your screen breaks everything down.